Dire team down. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dazzle.
Dire team pick.
Timbersaw.
Radiant team pick.
Tiny.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Dire team ban.
Storm Spirit has arrived.
Radiant team pick.
Needs assassin.
Dire team pick.
Gentlemen, and welcome back to StarLadder Season 9 EU coverage. We've got Day 11 and only 2 matches coming up. But first up, we've got Cleave versus Fnatic.
How's it going?
Going very well, Merlini. How are you this morning?
Alright, alright.
Alright, glad to hear it. So, this game is actually going by very quickly here.
First Blood's already happened.
Yeah, First Blood's already happened. Oh, no. Oh, God, the production. Here we go. So, we do have Cleave on the Dire side and Fnatic on the Radiant. Cleave's bans. They take out Lycan and Invoker, but they leave those 2 no-tail heroes in the pool. Enchantress and Wisp, and Fnatic will be happy to grab that EO with their first pick.
Yeah. EO, Tiny, and Cleave actually has a pretty good lineup to handle a Wisp plus Strength hero. They have Timbersaw as well as a Storm Spirit, and Lolic Storm Spirit was a standout performance the other day. Not exactly, I don't exactly remember who it was versus, but still, it was impressive.
Yes, Lolic has been kind of a staple of their team a little bit. And as we noticed yesterday, a strategy that seems to work pretty well against shutting down Cleave is just shut down Lolic, and the rest of them kind of fall in line. So he is definitely their playmaker, kind of like S4 a little bit. He seems to be the driver of their team. When he gets momentum, the team gets momentum, and vice versa seems to be true as well.
Reserve time.
I don't think Fnatic will have a terribly difficult time doing that. I mean, yesterday's game, Cleave just got rolled.
Yeah.
And the odds today are 81-19 in favor of Fnatic.
I can't say I disagree with that.
Yeah, I can't say I would even beg to differ that it might be a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic are the heavy favorites for sure, and Tiny Wisp is something Fnatic do very well. Nyx Assassin, a good flex pick hero. Now, 2 things that are important to note, there are 2 stand-ins here. Cleave are missing Zako, and Fnatic are missing Hani. They have a stand-in tagged up as Good Guy. And I'm not sure who that is, but hopefully he's also a good guy and a good player.
Good guy standing in for Honey.
What a good guy.
I mean, I like Cleave's lineup more. They have more AoE. They have best lanes, but highly mobile heroes, lots of AoE damage, good supports. Talked about Dazzle being hot stuff this patch.
Yeah, and Timbersaw is always a good pick against a tiny primary carry. We've talked about Whirling Death quite a bit. He also works pretty well against Wisp, as Wisp is a strength hero. We'll see what Fnatic want to do with their final pick. One thing that I do like about Fnatic's draft is they've got a lot of stun. They have a lot of lockdown and a lot of gank as well between that Mirana and the Nyx Assassin.
5 seconds.
Lane list exactly. It'll be the offlane Nyx, and I suppose there's a chance it could be a solo mid Mirana, or it could be an offlane Mirana support Nyx. There's a lot of flexibility here with this Fnatic draft.
Yeah, I think they might need like a jungler. Like an Enchantress has already been banned out by Cleave. Chen wouldn't be so bad. I think they can get away with it this game. Nyx Assassin in the offlane probably get destroyed by whatever tri-lane Cleave has, but at least he'll get experience. Mirana mid is not the strongest mid hero. Do is get level 6 and then just work from there.
Yeah. So I see someone in chat saying that good guy is Hani. We'll have to check when we get into the game. I'm really not sure. It could be, but
why is he not tagged
it'd
up?
be weird if everyone was tagged up and he wasn't, but we'll see. Well, we'll see. We'll check when we get inside. Yeah, the dreaded Morphling. I worry for them now.
It's okay versus Tide Wisp, but
last
Team pick.
Rana. Rare you see that a reality. Like teams allowed to get away with that.
Same time, I wasn't sure if Fnatic was going for another support. Technically, they could have done Romeo Mirana. I don't really think Bane's the strongest picker. They have so many ways to disable him. Pretty much everyone can do Timbersaw and morph because he can just morph.
Yeah, that's true.
He can even morph while slept, I believe.
He still adds to this roaming gank, though. Him and Mirana are such a dirty pair. Even though Morphling can morph through the Fiend script, still early on, they can put a lot of pressure on him if they're matched up in the same lane.
They're gonna really have to shut down Storm, I think, though. It's a safe lane. It could be a safe lane Storm because Lolik is actually playing the Timbersaw. I think it would make more sense for Timbersaw to go to the off lane, though, and stress on that Storm Spirit to go mid.
Hani, as No Tail says, he's retarded, brain damage, not covered in Germany. Oh, No Tail, what a fella, what a guy. That is Hani playing on the Mirana, but Cleave actually do have a stand-in for Zako, who is generally their carry player, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember.
I think he's usually on at least, he's like position 2, if not position 1. The Dazzle, NBD, no big deal. We'll have Lolik playing on the Timbersaw. Roger will be on the Earthshaker. They're headed down towards the bottom lane.
Is this an offensive try with a Morphling?
Yamaha's on the Morphling, and then Stress is the one playing the Storm. So Cleave switching up their roles a little bit here. I wonder. I guess it's going to be Lolik mid on Timber, or it's just going to be a tri-lane with Timber.
I think it's going to be mid Timber with a tri-lane with a Morph.
That would make the most sense, and Lolik is their mid player.
You know, ES and Morph used to be a really old school dual lane, and then you would just like fissure and wave, and then it would do tons of damage, but
yeah,
that was a long time ago.
That does do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
No Tail, very brave. He'll come up to the high ground here and check out the Dire Ancients.
30 seconds to battle.
And okay, they will go ahead and block the Dire Ancients.
Yep. Earthshaker already has sentries on him, but they can probably block it before the first spawn. So, well played by Cleave already.
Yeah. Roger pings it out. Let's see if he can find it, though. And he'll just be a little bit more patient here. He will throw a sentry down. That will give him vision. Now he just has to find it. He'll walk straight into that ward. And a small victory for Cleave already out of the gate. Now we see some more pings coming out from Fnatic. They know what's going on.
Good positioning by them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, their offensive tri-lane is going to go a lot better if Earthshaker is able to pull, and looks like they have already, they're already set up for that. So, introducing Team Cleave, we have Stress on the solo safe lane Storm Spirit, and the mid lane we have Lawlick on the solo mid Timbersaw, and Roger and NBD. Although they blocked these creeps already, Fly already have a haste. He has a haste. He blocked the ancient spawn, and he also knocked out the clarity. And he's also harassing Roger a ton.
Yeah, he's really doing a lot of damage here.
My goodness.
His team is more focused around the lane, but Fly is going to get him down to about half health before retreating back to safety. Let's take a look at this Fnatic lineup, though. We've got good guy Hani down here in the bottom lane. He'll be playing on the Mirana. He'll be joined by Fly, playing on the Bane, who's still harassing Roger. That haste rune has since worn off, looking to block the Ancients once again. Positioning here to get things started off. In the mid, it will be No Tail on the Wisp, Era playing on the position 1 Tiny, and then up top it will be an off-lane Trixie playing on the Nyx Assassin. And doing quite a bit of damage to this Storm Spirit as well. Now Trixie taking some harassment back. He does have an Impale up, Stress. A lot of mutual damage coming out here in the top lane.
Yeah, I actually think that they expected a Storm Spirit in the mid lane, and this Wisp Tiny would have been pretty well equipped to deal with it, but with Timbersaw, actually, I don't think they can kill him.
Yeah, not very easily at least, unless Lolic makes some sort of a big misstep. Timber doesn't usually shine as much in the mid lane because there are less places to use that Timber chain. Lanes, but still, it just means his positioning has to be a little bit more passive than perhaps he would be in one of the off lanes. 2 points in Whirling Death. He is 4-0 against the 9-2 Tiny. So Lois holding his own in a 2v1 lane. Look at how much damage he does to the Wisp with just one Whirling Death. Oh boy, is that potent.
Yeah, no big deal for him though. He's just going to be able to bottle right back up, and whoop, they have a...
Up top, Stress taking some... A kill here. Perhaps they will fly path blocking, and yes, they will. Our first blood coming out top. Nyx Assassin will be the one to grab the last hit.
Nice rotation, man. We see an Earthshaker make his way mid. He has a Sentry Ward, so that Berserker Ward will be taken down sooner or later.
Eventually, Era will get to it.
We'll get to it. But if he goes for it, I don't know. Could be in a little bit of danger. Era has hit level 3, so now he has enough mana for his combo, but...
Good guy, Hani, connects with an arrow down bottom on the Dazzle. He does have a leap available. He'll grab the kill, and now just needs to make the escape from the dreaded Morphling. 1 point in wave form.
The dreaded Morphling.
They'll ding level 3. There was a touch of sarcasm there, in case you're not privy to how I feel about Morphling. Hani will easily survive and doesn't need to use the leap right away, but now he'll take some poison. The wave form, and oh wow! What a misplay from Hani. He tries to get a little greedy with that leap, and he'll pay for it as they get a recovery kill.
Yamaha there. Oh, well.
Yep. Storm died up top at the same time. Same story, different chapter. Flying Trixie using pretty much the same combo.
He just like let Dazzle come up and poison touch him during the daytime.
Yeah.
Like there's not really a good reason for that if you're at like 200 HP. But still, not the worst thing in the world. Could be a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, it's more that just he could have survived. Instead, he tried to get cheeky and not use his leap and use it until the very last moment. And, yeah, that one auto attack chased him over the tree line. But he will recover. Bottle Crow's back up to full health and then sends it back to the well for a refill. 4-minute rune just about to spawn. We see Roger camping out the bottom position. It will be an invisibility, and he does grab it. Denies No Tail from filling up his bottle. And now Roger will rotate towards the mid lane. Blood.
It's so difficult to kill Tiny. The only one he can kill is EO, and EO has to be pretty out of position in order to yield the kill, because even if he gets hit by Fissure, he can still
tether.
Yeah, but I don't know, his tether's down right now.
Yeah, he just used it. No Tail getting blocked. There's that Whirling Death, an easy kill. Roger gets the last hit.
Block on Era.
Tiny might be in some trouble here. They'll do some damage. We'll use the Nightmare onto Roger. Whirling Death just obliterating the Tiny. He will secure the kill onto the Earthshaker. About 10 hit points to spare, but Lolic will not pursue. He has no points in Timber Chain, so no way to close the gap.
Nice salve usage by Era there to survive that.
but it does keep him alive, and that's what's important. So up top, things are going very well for Fnatic. Trixie is now level 6 on the Nyx Assassin, and Stress is only level 4, and he's actually in some trouble. Trixie doing a lot of damage, secures a solo kill on the Storm Spirit. Stress struggling quite a bit.
Oof.
Arcane Boots up on the Nyx Assassin already.
Yep, Bane just rotates in to get some levels, and now Trixie's pretty darn scary. He's 2-0-1 as an off-lane Nyx Assassin. He's Arcane Boots.
Highest level in the game.
And oof.
He's the only one to be level 7 right now.
That's pretty ridiculous. This is bad for Cleave. Storm Spirit usually has an easy safe lane, and if you're safe lane Storm, your recovery mechanism's like not really there.
Yeah.
Because like mid Storm, you're really over leveled, but if you're in the safe lane, he's level 4 right now.
Yeah, he's
level 4.
And also, when you're in the mid, you have that chance to get runes for some recovery.
Right.
If you can get an invis, some regeneration.
That's what it's all about.
And what's the recovery up top? Just trying not to die against Nyx Assassin. And
You can go jungle, but that's not very effective either.
And before too long here, Bane's going to be level 6. He's halfway through 4, and once that happens, Storm's life is going to be even more difficult.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous if the roaming Bane is higher level than the safe lane Storm in a one-on-one. But I mean, it was nice rotation from Fly going, and I mean, Storm just shouldn't have died there again.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he's so under-leveled, I can see why it's a little bit more difficult for him with the full combo from Nyx, and also just the Arcane Boots versus no boots from Storm Spirit. That makes your getaway pretty darn difficult. Nyx can basically just walk up to you, drop all of his mana, and then have Arcane Boots for plenty of sustain. Storm
I don't think he needed Bassi. Bassi's nice if you're going to push the lane, but if you're just farming away, Bassi is not necessary.
Yeah. Cleave in a little bit of trouble here. Already Fnatic with a 1,500 gold lead, about a 1,700 experience lead. 5-2 at the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, the Earthshaker is only level 2, so Fly's been doing so much work around the map. First blocking the spawn, then harassing ES, then blocking the 1-minute spawn on the Ancients, and then killing him a couple of times on top too. Stage coming in from Roger.
And maybe they can set up a kill. Bane, not the most difficult target to kill right now. Still not quite level 5. Just in case Nyx Assassin is nearby. Nice heads-up play. I like where this Earthshaker's coming from. Maybe trying to hit level 3 by leeching some of this experience. One more creep will do it. There you go. That's his level 2 fissure. They wasted there. Yeah, the time window is closed. Now Trixie's joined the battle. And they definitely don't want to take a 2-on-2 with that level 7 Nyx Assassin. Yeah, we see a ping coming out from the Storm Spirit. They know, and Roger will just back up and resort to creep pulling.
There's almost no way they can go Trixie though, unless he's just like wildly out of position. But with Carapace, wow, look how deep he's going in on Roger.
Roger might die right here, and he's ready to use that Carapace. Roger won't be able to do anything. Vendetta for the last hit, and Trixie, he's that snowball rolling down the hill right now, and boy is he picking up some speed. 3-0-1 here at the 6.5-minute mark.
I don't think I've ever seen Uv on Nyx Assassin.
This game. So Fly just taking that solo lane experience now, halfway to level 6. Meanwhile, Trixie can start moving about the map. He doesn't have Vendetta up, but he is stationed about the high ground in the mid lane. Almost considering a courier snipe perhaps, but won't go for it instead. They'll just move in onto Lolik. Looking for an Impale. Can Trixie connect? No, and the Avalanche off mark as well. Now they're going to try and take out Lolik. He's doing a lot of return damage. Will find the kill on Nyx Assassin. And I'm not sure they have enough to finish him off. This Timbersaw just a bit too tanky.
Nice moves by Lolik.
Yeah.
Dodging that.
And up top, Stress, though. He's in trouble. Fly puts him in the Nightmare. We'll use the salve. And Fly doesn't have enough to secure the kill. If only he was level 6, Fiend Script would have made that very easy. But not happening. Now we see Era as well as No-Tail moving around the mid lane. May grab a recovery kill, but they will not be so lucky as they roam through the dire jungle. There's a courier up here as well. Perhaps they can snipe it on its way back towards the base.
Nice block from Roger.
Wow. Now Fly's in big trouble. He will throw a Brain Sap to do some damage on Stress. That will be level 6 on the Storm Spirit. I'm actually getting some small lag spikes here. It looks like it is back now. And now Era and No-Tail coming in. They want to avenge their good friend. There was a kill down bottom. It looks like there could actually be another one. Dazzle in some trouble. Morphling has already fallen, and of course, as soon as I turn off, Earthshaker dies up top.
You have learned.
Time there, Emily.
Did you just miss 3 kills?
Sort of. I did that back and forth where I caught both of them engaging, but none of them dying.
Well, top lane was just the Tiny checking it out in the forest, finding Earthshaker. I'm actually surprised this ward didn't see them coming. Like, if you look at the line of vision, it actually doesn't provide it. If they placed a tiny bit more to the left, they would have been able to see the
This
Tiny.
pesky tree right here is what messes it up.
Yeah. Wow, why does this line look so straight? I can never draw straight lines like that. Hard to reproduce. Anyways, I thought that they were going to scout it out with the Observer Ward, but just slightly misplaced. Doesn't scout it out, and Tiny will be the number 2 on the last hit chart, number 1 on the net worth chart.
Cleave are actually hanging in there pretty well. The gold graph isn't jumping out of control. It's only about 2,000 gold, 2,000 experience right now. And Yamaha's farming reasonably well in this Morphling. He's number 2 on net worth, and not that far behind Tiny, less than 100 gold actually. And even this Timbersaw, he's about on point with the Nyx Assassin. So Cleave still have some pretty potent heroes right now. Timbersaw does have his arcane boots complete. And what's Morphling working on here? Well, he's got power treads, ringing Basilius. A Lincoln's, but no items on that trajectory quite yet.
Yes, stress is really poor. He has brown boots and Basilius.
Yeah. Big outlier here. Bane has much better farm than he does right now. And Bane is actually on point with the levels. He just hit level 6. So now he can really start moving around, utilizing that Fiend's Grip and doing some work. Speak of the devil, he'll find Lolik in the mid lane. Fiend's Grip started off. Easy kill. He's coming out for Fnatic. Tiny grabs that last hit. Dazzle, oh god, he ports in and just gets destroyed by the combo of Tiny. Oh, behind the tower. Good guy. He's going to dive it. Relocate coming in from the Wisp. Era will chuck his buddy forward, and they secure the kill. Easy 3 kills coming out for Fnatic. A double kill coming for No Tail.
Looks like it's gonna be a free tower.
Right back to where he started in the lane.
Trixie misses an impale on top, but still stresses. Can't really do anything right now. Like, if he lanes versus the Nyx says he just gets mana burn. Like, he TP'd. Oh, I thought he was gonna TP mid. I was like, what? But no, his farm is just so.
Fiend's Grip used straight away. He will be morphing some strength, but it doesn't matter. He's just too squishy. They've got plenty of damage. Good guy Hani now on a dominating streak. And there will be a 4-man rotation from the remaining members of Cleave to try and defend this tower. Relocate in from the Wisp. They'll go on to Lolik. Out comes the Shallow Grave. That'll buy him some time. Now they'll just switch focus onto Roger. Lolik still gets picked off. Stress standing his ground in the tower before he zips back right into the Tiny. Oh, man, an easy toss to grab a double kill on the Dazzle and Storm Spirit. Earthshaker, the only one to survive because, well, he just... tail between the legs, running for the tier 3 tower.
Clutch stun coming out from Trixie there. He interrupted the Timber Chain so that even after the grave, he was still gonna die.
Yeah, and now Trixie has a Blink Dagger sitting in the inventory. There's an Urn up on Bane, Tiny with Power Treads, Drum of Endurance, working towards an Ag Scepter. They'll find Roger. There's a ward up on the high ground. They knew exactly where he was. Pop it in, and they will find an easy engage. Now Stress coming in. He will be looking for a kill onto Trixie. No Vendetta available. Nyx Assassin's definitely going to be in some trouble here. Impale on the mark. Would have been 2 if the Nightmare wasn't on Stress, but now Trixie should be able to blink back to safety once that Poison Touch is off. And the positive Urn. There's the blink just in the nick of time as the Chakram flies by his head.
It always gets me when you say positive or negative Urn.
Positive or negative Urn?
Yeah, I don't know why.
What do you call it?
I say Urn.
Just Urn and let the color speak for itself.
Positive or negative? I don't know. It just makes me think it's like some sort of like magnetic Urn. And then they're
Should I say friend or enemy? It's a friendly Urn.
I don't think it's bad. I know exactly what you mean when you say positive friendly. It just makes me think like they're like statically charged about to zap people or something. I don't know. I get this image in my head.
Oh man. Well, Fnatic in good shape here. 19-6 here at the 14-minute mark.
Yep. Tiny
Easy
is
peasy.
crushing the net worth chart. He was just ahead of the Morphling. Now Morphling is about 2/3 of his net worth. Tiny's 50% over his. So definitely he has Ghost Scepter for us. That is not what you want to go for this game.
Yeah, that's just going to make Tiny's combo even worse. I mean, E-Blade isn't a bad idea, but Ghost Scepter first is, it's a little bit questionable. He'll take an Impale, arrow to the face, morphing some strength, but will it be enough for his survival? It doesn't look like it. Fly just walks up, uses the Fiend's Grip, easy kill, relocate now from the Tiny Wisp. They're going to go on to Lolik. He's completely out of mana, won't have enough for another Timber Chain. Well, he did sip up that bottle, so he'll have one more, and he'll be able to hop back to safety here.
Oh, the tether. He wanted to speed him up, and instead he brought him back.
Oh, no.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Cleave coming around the backside. Storm zipping forward. Zip zap on the fly. There's the Electric Vortex. And they might be able to grab some kills here on the Fnatic, actually. Poison Touch comes out on the Mirana. Fly puts himself in a defensive nightmare. Hani looking to port out. And
GG, level 3 Poison Touch. Doesn't stun him at the end.
Bottom tower is under attack.
A risk? There.
Definitely a risk.
It was his only chance of survival, to be fair.
Yeah. A
Well,
little bit of an overcommitment from Fnatic.
they just dropped so much on the Morphling, and he still dies. He was caught in a blink, Nyx stun, into an arrow, into a grip, and there was just no one there to save him. Maybe if they had a grave, but this stand-in has not been having too many graves. He saved a couple of people, though.
Yeah, he's just really underfarmed. He does have that second point into Shallow Grave now. He does actually have the 4th point in the Poison Touch now that he's hit level 7. So a slightly different Dazzle build. It's amazing how different the Dazzle builds are. I feel like every game we see something a little bit different depending on who's in control of the Shadow Priest.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, the extra range is really, really helpful when you're so squishy that you can't walk into the battle. It does make a difference. Even just going from point 1 to level 1 to level 2 is a big jump.
Stick.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's going to grab that branch, and now he's cleaving all over the place. Moonlight Shadow comes out, and they will try and set up a kill on the Yamaha. Will they have the burst to finish him down? Then he'll be able to morph strength and just waveform back to safety, or not. There's the toss to interrupt it. In comes Trixie as well to force him out, and Era will be able to grab that kill. He's hitting hard with that big old walking stick now, Merlini.
Yes, he is. And it looks like all these mana burns are actually pretty good versus Morphling. We see, 5x multiplier on mana burn.
Oh, stress. He's going to get caught inside the Fiend's Grip, and Hani will Starstorm all over his face.
Like, a lot of the times I've seen morph, and then he can't do anything. He gets his mana sucked by Fiend's Grip, and then 160-ish mana burn from Nyx, and he just doesn't have any stats right now. Well, he has some, but not enough.
Yeah.
Fortified.
Well, he's basically got a magic stick brown boots, and a bracer. That's it. Not a lot of farm going his way. He does come out with a fissure, though, onto Era, Poison Touch, Chakram, all on the mark. He will throw an Avalanche, does connect with Dazzle, the Spirit Balls, doing some damage as well, but it is a 5-man rotation from Cleave, and Tiny Wisp will be forced to retreat there. Strong, but not that strong, as Fnatic will start to rotate down. Haste Rune in the sights of Trixie. He'll go ahead and pick it up. Or no, maybe he'll just keep it safe for Wisp. Yep, and then the rotation shall happen. Actually, a double damage rune up on Wisp right now. You can't really see it because of the way his graphic is, but he is hitting pretty hard right now. Up top, Yamaha arrow connects on the face, and relocate in. It's just Wisp, but that's okay. He will waveform back into the trees anyhow. Nice tether from No Tail coming out. He will juke the Chakram. Though while all that was going on, Storm Spirit gets picked off by a solo Nyx assassin in the mid lane.
He has Dagon.
Yeah, easy peasy.
0-7-2 and almost no game impact.
I almost feel like it's more that Lolik isn't the one playing him. That was, I don't want to say one of Lolik's signature heroes, but we've seen him just dominate with Storm. Safe lane Timbersaw?
No. What does he usually play?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I know Lolik is generally their mid player. And the times that we've seen Cleave really do well with Storm, he has been in the hands of Lolik.
This is true. Versus Tiny Wisp, so I think even well, safe lane Storm could have been given to Lolik. Well, anyways, here's a smoke. They're trying to get Hani.
Cleave looking for a recovery. Hani will actually get caught by the fissure. Electric Vortex, plenty of crowd controls, and they will grab a kill. That's the end of his unstoppable streak. So nice 800 gold bounty going the way of Storm Spirit. Trixie is vendetted up on the other side of the tree line, though. Down comes the Sentry Ward, so they know he's here. Trixie hops in, on point with the Impale. If he was aiming for the Earthshaker, though, I think he had Dazzle set in his sights. It doesn't matter. Dazzle gets dropped before he can even grave. The Fiend's Grip out on Earthshaker does secure that kill. Double kill coming out for Era. He's now level 11, cleaving harder but slower.
Tiny's actually picked up a casual cloak. You do not see that very often. A Tiny who goes for defensive items. Maybe you'll see like a Mantis sometimes or a BKB, but not a cloak.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Just wants to live, man.
BKB would crush.
He's scared of that E-Blade from Morphling that'll be out in about 45 minutes.
Yeah. This poor Morphling.
Literally poor Morphling.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of off-lane tri-lane Morph either. That's like the worst position you could put him in.
Yeah.
It wasn't even versus a strong lane, too. It was just a Bane who...
Basically a Bane Mirana, but Bane wasn't even there half the time.
Yeah, so...
He was there at the beginning, though, to be fair.
That's probably one of the weakest solos lane you'll see. Yamaha gets cut out on bottom again. That's probably one of the weakest solo lanes you'll see is a solo bottom. And if Morphling can't dive in a situation like that, then they just have to pick something up.
Reload Kane right back on top of him. Cleave wanted to try and set a trap. They'll get a kill on the EO, but now they're in some trouble. Earthshaker falls. Actually, it's Era who's in some trouble. That'll be the end of his unstoppable streak, and Timbersaw will grab himself a nice 800 gold bounty, looking to pursue on the fly, but they will retreat. Good guy Hani still at the high ground here by the Dire Secret Shop. Perhaps.
They didn't actually have any reveal. We could have Moonlight Shadows and they would have lived.
And there's the Moonlight Shadow coming out. Lolik caught inside of a Nightmare while Chakram is on. That's a cheeky play if I've ever seen one. Forcing him to wait till all his mana. Dazzle just gets destroyed. And then Timbersaw falls, but this Dazzle. He's at that point where he's just so weak that he gets bursted down before he can even get the Grave off on himself. Grave before he goes into the fight. If he wants a chance at surviving.
Yeah, it's hard.
The preemptive Grave. Never a good sign. And oh, look, there's a Dagon up on good guy Hani as well.
Having some fun.
Yep. And level 2 Dagon up on the Nyx Assassin. Up of Vlad's offering and the Blink Dagger on Fly. It looks like Fnatic could be close to sealing the deal here. 20,000 gold, 15,000 experience, obvious control of this game. Of that net worth chart is now their tier 3, starting taking some damage. Stress, he gets initiated on.
Nice.
Trixie without a fear in the world. Yeah, stops the Dazzle getting off the Grave. Now Dazzle just gets comboed. A little bit of the Wombo coming out of Tiny.
Morphling's TP'd in. Everybody run away. Run. Run for your lives.
I heard water is super effective against rock. Love for Pokemon there. Okay, jeez.
I didn't know what to say.
Well, the glyph comes out. Fnatic will
It was a
take
good
their
joke.
time going back. It was a good joke.
I'll give you a high five.
All right, yes, that's the spirit. Every so often, I say something and I get an unsurprising laugh from you, and then other times I think I've got a zinger. You just give me the.
Oh, that one was good. That one was good.
Just like that wasn't funny. I'm not gonna lose a laugh right now. Morphling, he's just gonna walk into 5. Well, he's probably not laughing right now either. Divide your armor, Fnatic. How does that feel? Ooh, Nightmare on Dazzle. You ready for Tiny Wombo combo? Your armor now, but Fiend's Grip out on Lulic. He's gonna die. Echo Slam. He'll slam dunk the Funk on top of EO. And actually, he'll get a double kill coming out of the Nyx Assassin.
Trixie got tossed back in.
Will it be enough, though? Trixie, he'll buy back. Era, Moonlight Shadow, looking for a chance to reinitiate. He'll find Lulic. There's the combo. Avalanche, toss, in comes Fly. Boom, shakalaka. That's a dead Timbersaw.
Yo, with the triple salve build.
Uh-oh. Triple stout?
Salve.
Salve?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was buddies.
Buybacks coming out of plenty here.
Bottle charges for all.
Bought back, and Timbersaw bought back. Also the Morphling in that fight. So, everybody's back on the field now, and oh, see you later, Dazzle. Dagon to the face, won't even be able to grave once again.
Overkill much. Yeah, GG comes out from Cleave. No surprise there. They just got manhandled by Fnatic.
Well, Fnatic looking good, and this is more evidence as to why you ban Wisp out in that first phase when you're up against Fnatic. They say, oh, you're going to ban out Lycan? Thanks for the Wisp, bro.
I don't think thanks for the issue.
We'll see you in the post-game. But giving no-tail Wisp certainly is a recipe for having a bad time.